don't know why I did
Bring
that.
it.
That's weird.
We are live. Hey, folks, and welcome to The Vice. We're starting a little bit short playered, but I believe we'll have some more jumping in as we go along. But while we wait, we've got some business and announcements that we can go ahead and do. So let's do that. Let's first meet our players. We'll start off by the man behind the cat, Mr. Templar Warden.
Hello, I am Templar Warden. I am playing Hidden by Axel, the Tabaxi wizard that you see before you. I don't have a webcam. I should be able to buy one now. Anyway, yeah, I've had a good week, and I hope you guys had too, and looking forward to this session somewhat. I'm looking forward to moving forward in the story.
Thank you so much for Titans and Hawkeye with your subscriptions, getting those back up there. Actually, today is the day that we put in all of our subscriptions. So let me roll that. Thank you to all of our subscribers. Fernando as well, as all put together. That's $70 that goes into Project Cure, who we are supporting this. Oh my gosh, we started a hype train. Look at that. Hey, hype. And
You sound so
Hey,
energized.
so take two on that, Jay.
hey, it's the hype train. Thank you for all those subs out there, folks. I want
He's
to
busy, guys. He's
hop
getting
on board.
it
Choo, the hype train.
This is why I do the spiel on this station.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Look at that, dude. We made
He's
level
got-
level 1 of the hype train. Yeah, dude, tell you what, let's make this interesting. So, I don't even know if we've got enough people to do this, so I'm going to make big promises. For each level of the hype train, the level of spell in the spell bank will go up by 1.
Ooh, good thing we're at level 2.
Challenge accepted.
It's gotta go to 2. Right now we've made level 1. So, that was Templar Warden. Next up, Bird versus Plane.
Choo choo, hype train coming. It's me, Bird Resplain. I'll be playing Iskatal, the half-elf bard turned gunslinger. Keep those bits rolling in, folks. Let's please just help us throw a wrench into the narrative of this thing by somehow giving us like another 9th level spell.
Dude.
Make him eat these words.
Yeah, make me. I will stay true to this statement. Certainly through any hype that trainage that happens during this broadcast. Next up is Dragons or Cats. Look at all this hype coming in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going good. We're nearly there. Hello, everyone. I am Dragons Are Cats, and I'll be playing Vidar Lycran, Hexblade, wannabe of Ryan Talia. And let's get these sales on. And what happened to that money that I won at the end of that session? Did Luna take it from me?
Luna gave it to Celia,
It got
Oh,
snatched
yes,
and given
right.
to
the
Sid.
booking
Yep.
fae.
Yes, of course. Wonderful. Good.
And
Best fashion ever.
next up is NG9.
Hello. Oh, lovely. And I play Ludar, Water Genasi, Monk, Cleric, Talent Manager. You need a manager. She's got the talent. I didn't say that right. I'm also Local Puncher. Just go to somebody else.
I'm gonna so regret this. We're about to hit level 2. Oh, there goes Fernando.
Hey!
Woo!
Hey!
Spell bank.
So, there we go.
Spell bank.
So yeah, we were need to roll level 3. We now are going to need to roll a level 5 because of hype with the 1,000-bit cheer by our buddy Fernando.
Oh, no.
So we've already jumped 2 levels in the spell bank. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm going to eat my words, but woohoo! Thank you.
Level 10.
God, we're
spell
already at
the end of it.
33% of level 3. Okay, as the train looks like it might pull into level 6 before this is all done. I am Tall Squall. I am your DM who shouldn't ever say big things about hype trains anymore because we're about to get double the level of spell normally. That would be in the spell bank. We do run this campaign 100% for charity. This next 3 months, we will be collecting for Project Cure, which is a amazing organization who's helping out during all type of medical emergencies around the globe, but especially right now during COVID-19 and the pandemic. They gather supplies and PPE and ventilators and equipment. And send them around the world. Literally, huge shipping containers full of medical equipment that goes around the world, and even around our country. So for anywhere that needs it, here we go into level 4. They are an amazing organization. All these bits, all of these subs, they are going 100% to Project Cure. The subs actually are a double whammy for me because not only are they now going towards this hype train that is about to pull into the level 7 station, the level 7 station, those subscriptions also go 100% of the money goes to Project Cure. It's not the 50-50 split with Twitch, but also that $5 turns into $10 for the spell bank. So things are looking up for this. So wow.
We've always wanted another teleport scroll.
Dude,
Sandstorm.
This is craziness. Anyway, thank you all so much for supporting our station. I hate to interrupt the hype train, so tell us some hype stuff, Bird and NNG9, because I figure going to the intro at this point just is going to break the train, which I probably should for my own good, so
All right. Well, everybody, again, thank you so much. Bring all the hype. The hype is loved. And again, channels run 100% for charity. This month's charity being not Cure to Grow. I mean,
Project Cure.
Get to Grow. Project Cure. Project Cure, great organization. Lots of good information available on the website. You can click on the purple lettering below. It'll take you directly to the website. See if there's any events local to you, because they do stuff all around the world. But there's lots of local events in North America, especially considering the current global virus going around. And of course, depending on what you do, our spell bank obviously is in full motion. Depending on the level, you get a higher level spell. You can also do things like donate luck die, which is a mulligan on damage,
Fernando,
on healing, on everything. Fernando, you're the best, and you know what I'm gonna do, because this is a lot. Not puns. I'm going to do palindromes equal to the level we hit.
Well, we just made level 4. So we got four palindromes coming up at the break.
4 palindromes, yep.
Oh man, y'all are insane. This is so bad. Okay, there is a potential we're gonna have multiple level 9 spell scrolls going into the finales of our campaign, which probably is going to be helpful, I guess. Kind of one of those things. Who knows?
Sincerely, you all are wonderful.
Truly.
Appreciated.
It is appreciated. There are other ways that other gift levels down below if you would like to donate. But yeah, this hype train is hype insane. So thank you all. I mean, do you want to at least see where we are sitting for that old level 7?
No, we see this thing through.
All the way through. So we are riding the old D&D hype train right on into the station.
Train versus
A little
Red
bit
Train.
about our campaign, I guess. We can catch up folks who might be new viewers. I have no doubt that people have now like put this out elsewhere that this insanity is happening. But this is a 3.5-year campaign. We are coming up literally on the last leg of the arcs of the campaign. Our party is right now enjoying some spicy noodles at Noblin's Noodle Place. He's a good buddy who takes care of a totally legitimate noodle
Legitimate
shop, does
business.
not deal in curses or other things that might possibly need to be handled a little bit more delicately out back. But he does make the best noodles in town. So he and his family are running their little noodle shop. His wife Norma has got her bed and breakfast that's had exactly 2 customers, both of which have been Luna. One of the second visit being this evening, where she's up to some shenanigans with our friends Gandry and Sky before Luna whisks her boyfriend Gandry, Sky's boyfriend Gandry, away off to go risk his life and limb in the vice for whatever this craziness is going on. Our party, they've been, I guess it's not Knobs. You're doing the recap in Knobs' voice. Our party, they are following their destiny out there, because destiny, it happens. And so far, they have been having these visions. We found out Axel, who was a Tabaxi, turns out, he's like a dragon. He's from a long line of Tabaxis that were actually like formed from a ancient dragon who lives down in the southern continent, kind of taking his summers off, hanging out by the shore. But, he created some Tabaxis to go do his business and stuff. They're called the Bronze Mirage. That's where our good friend Axel is from. And then we got Iska, who is a bard. And turns out she's also like the singer of the Fates. Holy cow. Now, Fernando, you're just getting a little crazy out there now. Just a little crazy. And there it is. So, we needed to roll a level 3 spell today. We got 5 levels of hype out there. So, I guess we're rolling a level 8 spell today. Yeah. Hey, Thinly Sliced Sam.
Ain't you glad you donated?
Ain't you glad? I ain't. I can't say it right. I know what you're saying. I just can't say it around. Ain't you glad? Hey, Neon Heim just subscribed. Look at all these folks who are coming in and subscribing. Thank you. Seriously, hype aside, truly, this is for an amazing cause. We do put on all the bits. Go in basically all as when in $100 increments. I definitely know I'm due now. We were running up right at had about $90 in bits. So yeah, we're well over $100 that we'll be putting in. So there'll be a $100 donation going in for bits, which actually also go to the spell bank. So that's gonna bump it up even more. So I guess I need to update what this little thing down here at the bottom says. Properties. I gotta so there's $340 in the spell bank plus 5 levels of hype.
Much hype.
Which equals to a
So much
level
hype for a shopping episode.
8 spell. I need to even count what these. Oh my gosh! Look at this, and now we've got. Wait, do we have a raid or something come in? What is this craziness? Oh yeah, we've got lots of emotes to lots of
I don't
folks.
see a raid.
No, I think it was just all of the stuff, the hype train
It's
ending
just
and everything that was
us
popping up.
having a great time.
Yeah. So, I got to do the count because I had it all set up for a level 3 roll. So let me see what D level we need to roll.
Greatly appreciate it, y'all. Y'all are all wonderful. Fernando
Absolutely.
especially, just greatly
Really,
appreciate
you're
it.
just the best.
And
I really do
So
love the
much
Vibes
love.
community.
Okay, so level 8. Looks like there is 20... 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 level 8 spells in the possibilities. Who wants to roll for this? I wish we could wait for Fernando to roll.
Right?
But yeah, we need a D24. Whoever would like to roll it. Who's feeling lucky? I think I see Alicia typing it in. So on the first type, 21, 22. You know, it's just fun when the dice go with the theme. If the name of today's episode is The Burning Star, the 8th level spell is Sunburst.
Ah.
Nice.
Good
But now you got to win so you can get your reward.
So,
I'll get there too for now. Just
with that, we're gonna go ahead and roll the intro, everybody, as we get ready to hop into another episode of The Vice. I'm just getting the stats on that hype train. 3,600 bits that were donated. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 subs. That is amazing, everybody. Truly, truly, truly. Thank you so much. I just all the love in the world to all of y'all for supporting us in our campaign and everything going on. So thank you. And let's get on with the game. I kind of did the recap, but just for to set us back into the mood a little bit. The party currently was having just visited Harold and Marge at their magic emporium. went off to Knobs for a well-deserved round of noodles and camaraderie with some of their favorite folks in Sojourn's Crossing. So they have gotten their noodles. They've made some plans. We've got Luna up to shenanigans. We had a drinking contest where Luck broke our hearts. His first time in 3 years did not win a drinking anything involving drinking. For once, his constitution rolls failed him. But Iska hanging in neck and neck to the end, literally missed the win, I believe, by just like 2 points.
And it was like by 2 points.
It was like by
really
2
close.
points.
Yeah, it was so close.
Well, and
But
that was the thing is that her Bird's dice roll was higher than
It was.
Dragon's, but because of bonuses,
yeah.
our little
You rolled a 7 and beat me at like my 12.
Yes,
Like natural.
that's
on the
exactly
dice 'cause
what
you had
happened.
+9 modifiers.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I took resilience.
Yep. So anyway, having made sure that Vidar did not actually get any of the gold that he won, Luna slid it over to Celia, and
I gave it to his accountant.
you did give it to his account.
Exactly.
So we'll pick back up at Knobs, and let's catch up with the party. So what all are y'all wanting to do?
I mean, well, let's see. Who's actually still conscious?
So I would say, this was more of a
Who can walk?
I think everyone, there are some people, especially spicy noodles, definitely sober you up. And so after a little bit of time, if you all want to just, by the time you finish your noodles, I think everyone is mobile, whether they would be the best in combat or at any type of checks. That remains to be seen.
That's what Lesser Restoration's for.
That's what Lesser Restoration's for. Exactly.
Granted, one of the people who can do that is in need of it.
Is needed.
Yes.
But Knob comes out. So y'all ran out of here pretty quick last time. I heard there was some trouble or something was going on over there. Assassins or something over by the East Gate.
Oh,
Yeah, that was you and Luck were over by the East Gate and bumped into some of the Obsidian Order, and Celia, of course, the trouble that she caused, and then Fate got rewritten. But yeah, I was expecting you back for some noodles, Blue Boy, and you never showed up.
Well, this is that promise. Just a little behind, but when you want it most, all things considered, from the convergence to now.
It was pretty slow, but we're getting ready for the rush. We got probably start seeing people, the high season, so to speak, as everyone's coming through, whether they're going to Balathera or back up to Stone Anvil or down through the Vice. Yeah, this place is going to be swamped in the next couple days.
So it's best we come in a little bit early ahead of time,
And always make room for my
Personal
favorite
experience?
customers.
Oh, stop it, you.
But so what's going on out there? How was the conclave? Anything interesting happen? We've had some rumors that there was some trouble, but then it was all hush hush. No one wanted to talk about it. So even my ears, and he sort of flips one of his big knoblin ears, couldn't figure out what really went down. But knowing that y'all were there and y'all seem to find trouble wherever you go, But I figure it was probably more exciting than people were making it out to be.
Well, Nom, how much do you actually want to know?
I don't. I'm just making conversation. When I wonder,
In that case, trouble finds us and we deal with it.
that's pretty much what I expected. So, you got any? He kind of looks around. You got any good contraband, anything you might want to unload here instead of down with Marge and Harold, or you guys just stay
Well-
strictly on the up and up in your acquisition, so to speak?
Well, I have actually this. He goes into his pocket and pulls out the drugs he got from a dog.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
forgot about the drugs.
He's got a lot. He's got a couple
Actually,
of big.
yeah, you've got actually.
big
That's right.
chunks.
You've got a couple of them.
I got drugs. So yeah, I pull them out and unwrap them from cloth and then from a little bit of leather wrapping around it. Like, well,
What you got? Oh,
this is
that's some Dracovarian shit there, ain't it?
Yeah, this tar-like stuff really gets you going. I had one of these after the night melee. That was a great fight. No one was really crowned champion. But
Well, if you had some of
won.
that after the night melee, you had more excitement than even the night melee would bring with some of that stuff.
I mean, there was a Netherwing involved.
He looks the others. Was there really a Netherwing involved, or was he just seeing things?
Both things can be true.
Yeah, with this one, right? But yeah, I can take that off your hands.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
Well-
I don't. Right now, until the rest of these folks come through, I don't got a whole lot of liquidity, but I could barter for something.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm no good with coin anyway. As you saw, the bet is with my accountant. Looks at Celia, looks at myself.
Yeah, I get how that is. She holds the coins. Yeah, no, I will. Tell you what, you swing by here. You all sticking around for a day or two, or you all getting out of here hot and early so you're in front of the crowds?
I thought were we basically we're planning on going out the next morning. I'm trying to remember now. I thought we were. But
That was kind of my impression, but no.
that was the impression that I got that we were leaving
next,
pretty
like
much
next day stuff.
Yeah, but he'll kind of looks at you and goes, "Hey, you're an elf. You'll be up early anyway. Stop by early, and
Will do.
I can fix you up with something."
Oh, good. Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Done. He's just gonna wrap it back up a little bit, put it away.
At that point, Norma comes down, and all aflutter, comes over to her. I've got it all set up for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
So,
I'm sure they'll appreciate this gift.
oh, I'm sure they will. It's all set up. It's so romantic.
I'm counting on it. Thank you very, very much.
And Norma just goes over to sort of very swagger like, goes over to Knob. I told you that I would get business, and sort of swings around the bar back into the kitchen. Why you do this to me, Luna? I thought you were my friend. I'm never going to hear the end of this. I'm going to have that my spare room. That was my workshop.
Nom. It's just good business.
You're the second customer in 4 years.
Gotta make
And
use of the
I'm
space.
good business, or would you besmirch?
You know I'd never besmirch your good name, Luna. He gives you a big old smile.
And I look forward to future transactions. Basically, kind of like kicks a tip onto the counter.
Of course, yeah. I'll always have something special for you.
Knob's my only drinking buddy. So
He
there
is
we
your
go.
only drinking buddy. So yeah, y'all can sort of wrap up here unless there's anything else you want to do with Knob.
Besides, give my present to Kandri and Sky. No, I'm wrapped up here.
Okay. Vidar, I know you were wanting to swing back by and talk to Harold when it was a little bit less busy. Iska, Luna, you gonna accompany him, or we know Axel is back at the Cloak and Fireball. He's been conversing all kinds of history of the world with Agatha. So
Luna would probably run back to the Cloak and Fireball because she does want to go ahead and give Gandrian Sky their gift, and then she'd probably catch back up with the rest of the group. So she would run through that.
Yeah, I'll tag along, and then eventually meet back up at with Vidar.
okay, so Iska and Luna are heading back to the Cloak and Fire. We'll get with Vidar here in just a minute. And Luna, Iska, you all go in. So Axel, the kids, I assume you've got them up to bed, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
He's just like, he's okay. He's just making sure that anyone who's going up and down there or heading in that direction, he's got eyes and he's got wards. He's just sort of, babysitter-ish.
And but you can stay downstairs. You're know that Frostbeard's got all kinds of good dwarven stouts and ales from his family name. Agatha's there, and she's like, so dear, you have to see, that's how that all got started, back there in Limehold when it all began. It really was quite an interesting, fascinating time, as the gods were arriving for the first times here. It was the founding of the grove and the stories.
There's a lot going on. That's for sure. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around.
It was an age of myths and legends back then.
Yeah, it seems very clean. I guess I'm used to this where it's like there's all the different people and all the different conflicts and all this, and then you think back to that, and it's very strange. It's different.
Well, the world was young. This was
yes,
tens of millennia ago. We're talking here, but no, it was an age of legends, of giant quests and primordial creatures across the land. It was an age of wonders and light and new gods as they arrived here on the sphere.
It's really remarkable, and I would like to hear more, but I think at some point we're going to be going in the morning. But hey, I'll come back once everything's sort of run its course. Maybe I'll hear more. I would really like to. At some point he had pulled out a notebook and was making notes. It's like I would like to maybe make like some nice records. I imagine there's records somewhere at the Crow, obviously, but written records.
Of course, there's many were lost, but there's scribes who their whole lives are dedicated to listening to the whispers of the Grove, to capture those stories once again. Luckily, many of us Dragonkin, we live long enough to hear all of them and pass them along. But a pilgrimage to the Grove for yourself would certainly be warranted at some point down to the southern continent. It's your heritage.
Yeah, well, in one way, I was could have. It's kind of. Is it a bit much for me to say I see my heritage all the way back here in these stories? Because I was raised by a dwarf.
Well, yes, as the dwarves were here first, and then Malkiavor and Valdan became the first Dragonborn, and they were the very start of the civilization on the southern continent. I'll have to tell you next time about Malkiavan and we'll have to tell you about Mikiel and Drenoir, who founded civilization here on the northern continent, the Drow and the humans, when they first arrived.
I would love to hear more about that, and I think next time I come through at this point, I think there's a lot I need to think on.
I'd say about that time, Iska and Luna arrive.
You got a little bit of a frazzled looking hit by Axel. You've seen this before. He stumbled across something very interesting and it's got him all a quiver sort of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually the look that most people have after spending time with Axel. You now see Axel having that look from Agatha.
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna just kind of like nods in a direction, like, yeah, it seems normal.
So yeah, you guys gonna turn in? Are you actually? Luna wants to go catch up with Sky and Gandry. So you all can head out back. It's a little bit later in the evening now. Y'all have been gone. It seems like dinner's mostly been done, and you walk outside and stand by. You walk outside and sort of over by the cook pit, you do see Gandry sort of leaning back against sort of his sort of prep table. Sky's sort of leaning sort of into his sort of into him. Gandry has his arm around Sky, and you can see they're sort of having a talk about the fact that he's going to be going away, possibly have some danger, but just also sort of basking in sort of the low embers of the cook fire and the cook pit out there. You can see, it's interesting, you sort of have the cook fire making its light, and then you sort of have the low embers of Gandry and his fire genasi hair sort of making almost like torchlight there around himself, and Sky sort of over off, leaning against his prep table and sort of just looking up at the stars and enjoying each other's company. They canoodling.
Speaking of noodles,
Yeah.
Luna's gonna kind of like kind of call out to them. I think, just to like get their attention, like in Primordial, just like, good evening to you both.
And they sort of start to rearrange a little bit. Gandry starts to like rearrange, like he's a little embarrassed, and Sky gives an elbow, and he sort of settles down.
Okay.
Hi, Luna.
Like, and then back in common, just like, I have a present for both of you, considering that your paths will diverge for a little while.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
I know I didn't have to, but I chose to.
Well, thank you. Gandry looks to you. Thank you, Luna. It'd be nice to. Thank you.
Not a problem. I've arranged for a nice private room for you two in a select location.
They kind of look at each other, kind of look at you. They both blush.
She is actually smiling.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily like it's like it's her version of a mischievous smile.
Right.
I can lead you all there now if you would like.
Sky goes, just wait right here. I'll be right down. And she looks at Luna with a little bit of wink. She goes, I need to pack something real quick. Gives a wink and scurries up to her room.
These are like,
Gandry is like sitting there, and he's got now it's like the nerves are setting in. He's like wringing his hands.
Gotcha. And she'll actually go over and like grab his hands together, just like, calm down. I just want to make sure you two have some time together. That's all. That makes you two happy.
Thanks, Luna. I don't want to mess up. I want to make it this. How do I know what she wants and what we are gonna do?
You're Andre. Just talk to her, okay? Just talk, ask questions, make sure everyone's on the same page. This doesn't have to be complicated, okay?
Just talk.
Yes.
That's not how the story books. Not that I've been reading books about romance or things.
Andre, calm down. Also, I am/was a courtesan. There's nothing you're going to tell me that's going to bother me. Okay?
So just talk and ask
Just talk and ask.
and have
It's
questions.
that simple.
Okay. Okay.
If this were a paid service, that would be an entirely different conversation. But you have love between you two. That's something precious.
And you see just like this real innocent smile come across his face, and sort of knowing what his life had been and the tragedy that had filled it for until you all found him and rescued him. To see this sort of realized person in front of you from the person that you found it's pretty special.
Yes.
I do think I love her.
I can tell.
Do you think she loves me too?
Why don't you ask her?
Just ask.
Say how you feel. See if she feels the same way. Though if I were you, I wouldn't be too worried about the answer.
Really?
You have something special, and trust me, that is not easy to find. So when you find it, hold on to it.
Okay. And he starts to like all but do an exuberant hug, but then kind of realizes it's you, and then kind of looks.
She grabs him and hugs him.
Oh, and then he just hugs you so hard. Thanks, Luna. Thank you. And he looks over at Iska. You too. All of you. Y'all didn't just save me. I couldn't be who I am if it wouldn't have been for all of you.
Glad to see you here. You can pay us back by helping us save the world and staying alive. Those are both required, by the way. Those are not options.
Non-negotiable.
Well, I'll do my best. And about that time, Sky comes out. She has a little bag, a little sort of travel satchel type idea, sort of over one shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go. And she sort of comes up and links arms with Luna. Lead the way.
Okay, linking arms with both of them. Luna, she's gonna sort of eyesight to there, but she's also gonna add like a little bit of sparkle to it, so it's sort of like so kind of like Disney-fied a little bit with the sparkles and everything.
Oh yeah, Disney music definitely starts playing.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, Iska, you do notice as they're sliding off, that Gandrew's like kind of doing the check because he's been out cooking by the fire, and you know he's not the brightest boy when it comes to courting. But yeah,
I would actually have prestidigitation, otherwise I'd help. Oh well.
you certainly can.
But
Maybe when he
just
puts his
check to see
arm
if I
around
had
you,
it.
you might could just do a little,
Yeah, just kind of like just
get a little bit of that
freshen
cook
up,
fire
whatever.
off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So she slides him off and leads them to their private suite.
You know what? I'm going to turn to you,
Okay.
Energy 9. Describe to me this dream suite provided by Norma.
Oh, it's lovely because it's a night of romance. So there are nice flowers all over the place, but in a cavalcade of different colors. It's not just one, not just the red of romance, because love comes in many shades. And then there's just big, bright pink and red bows everywhere. Somehow there's a wallpaper that has it on it as well. It's also tied on all the mirrors and everything. There's like a little dresser, and there's some bears with just like love just in like hugging a love cushion and everything. It's just there's just a big, beautiful 70s floral print on the comforter.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's a small little room, but when you sort of walk into Knobs, it's pretty rough and tumble place, and you go up this narrow staircase, and then you open this room, and you see Gandry and Sky at first are kind of like, okay, and then you open it up, and you just see Sky just and her smile just blooms. And she sort of grabs Gandry by the hands and pulls him in and sort of spins around and goes and looks at you, Luna, and goes, "It's perfect."
That. Don't keep the neighbors up. Click. Leaves.
And you see Gandry just be like mortified for a second. And you hear both of
That's
them.
enough
Inside, you
of
hear
the
both
voice.
of them laugh and start to sort of giggle as you head back down the stairs. You see Norman. She's like, "Young love."
Wonderful, isn't it? You have a good night. And then she'll go meet up with Vidar, and she'll message Iska that she's heading that direction.
Okay. So, Vidar, while this has all been going on, you wander down to Harold's. And
Silly contraband.
Mr. Contraband.
Contraband and harvest products. Anyway.
Yeah. And so you head down that direction. And as you walk up, it seems like Marge is kind of closing up. Harold is in his normal position, sort of out front. And as soon as you even walk into range of his vision, his night vision, in fact, as the sun has gone down at this point, you see his eye sort of pop open. And
But
Vinny!
she's doing a
what are you doing?
real nice stroll. Sorry.
Vinny!
Harold, my bud, how you doing? And he's just strolling on in nice and casually, just hands in coat pockets.
You got a appointment with Marge that she didn't tell me about? And he kind of looms over you, stepping up on you.
Hey, okay, now, dude.
And she didn't include me, and he grabs you and puts you in a big hug.
Oh, thank you for the hug, my friend. I'm gonna hug him back. Just like, no, this is yeah, there is an appointment, more business than good fun times. But hey, thank you for the acknowledgement. And this is a great hug. Anyone told you that before?
Yeah, I've been known.
Yeah, good.
I've
Check.
crushed a few boars with it before as well, so
Oh shit.
it cuts both ways.
Well then, well, I'm not a.
He sort of
I wanna
sets you
keep-
back down.
Like a pork chop?
Oh, Vidar is a little pork chop. Anyway.
So, what you here for? What are you here for then? If you aren't gonna be spending some quality time with me and Marge.
Well, I showed her a little bit earlier. I thought she was going to say something at least, but and just going to open his little big satchel he wears underneath his coat, bring it around, and just pulls out the scaly bat-like wing of an everwing. It just pops that up.
Look at you, Viddy. You take down a dragonling.
I mean, it wasn't the hardest thing to do.
Good on you. So, you want me to, make you, something special out of that?
Now, that's a thought that didn't pass through my thick skull.
Here, you come with me. So, like I said before, us, Vice Hunting Club here, we don't, make it very known, but, I have been known to, collect a few trophies and craft a few items. Let me, bring you into my, my workshop. And he walks you around to the far side, and you would never have noticed this before, because the way that this was 4 different sort of stalls that were put together, there seems to be a small, all but secret room. I mean, you would have just thought that it was the normal outside, and he sort of knocks on the wall, and where a lot of like tack and horse type things are, sort of slides open as a secret door opens into Harold's trophy shop. And as you walk in, you see the walls hung with all kinds of trophies. You see a tiger spider head. You see a whole jar of crystal worms. Carapaces. You see a tumble beasts, sort of plate things, and then you see sort of where the things are sort of unfinished, and then over on the other wall you see some necklaces. You see bracers. You see several hats, very stylish kind of hats, and all sorts of other medallions, trinkets that seem to have been made from beasts from within the Vice.
Is that the stinger of a scorpion crab? My God.
Good eye. It is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, these are... I am blown away.
Well, like I said, we,
It's...
for the public safety, we don't let people know that there's more than the regular way to deal with the Vice.
Yeah. Well, no, of course. There's some things I have to keep on the hush-hush.
Exactly. So let me take a look at that wing. I dealt with one of these a while back, but it was in pretty bad shape. This one's like well preserved. Let me see what you
Well, this is just one of 6.
You've got 6 of these?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what we got here.
Like sets of 6. So 2 sets of 6.
He pulls them out and starts looking at them. And
I believe I've got a head down the very bottom.
yeah, let's see that too. Okay. Well, and he sort of takes out a it almost looks like a wand of some sort, but it's really not like, like a Harry Potter wand. It's more just sort of like a stick, almost like a divining rod. Well, there's some unique properties here. I'm not sure what I could do with them alone, but I think the trick is going to be if we could get them in combination with some other parts and pieces. I could maybe make something interesting. Here, you see here, and he kind of puts the divining rod over it. They've got a sort of a essence to them that seems to help things, making action at a distance, which is kind of rare, but it makes sense as well since they're attached to the void, I think. You can tell he's just
Yeah.
sort of making this up. But there is some validity to it. He doesn't seem like he's just bullshitting you. It's like he doesn't know the magical terms to be able to describe what he's talking about.
Can I make a Arcana check to try to elaborate on the magical terms he's probably thinking of?
You surely can.
And just, yeah, cool, because I don't know how to roll up either. Did that work?
There it is.
Yeah.
On a 20, yeah, you as you start talking to him, he's like, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that. So yeah, that. So what I'm thinking is, some of these other things that I make here, like this. He pulls down a bracer, like this tiger spider bracer. Is normally it's got a range of, 10 feet, and he sort of and sees a web go out. Oh, they only got one use though, but doesn't go very far. You see, I think if I maybe somehow combined your wing with one of these, we could increase the range on it.
That could work, yeah. That could definitely work. If we compare using the Tiger Spider as the base, merge the magical properties together, it wouldn't be too hard to do. Add some powdered silver to bind it all together. Enough raw magical energy, and then bang, we got easy.
Well, the nice part about all these critters from the Vice, they're just full of magical energy.
I know from first-hand experience, I may have taken some of that magical energy for myself.
Well, so we're still on for hunting in a couple weeks. Figure we can just add this to our list of trophies, and we can figure out what we can make for you from whatever we harvest. Most of this stuff here is from before the spawning, so it's good for aesthetics. But you're not going to get much use out of the things that I've got left from my last trips. But we get some fresh. We could maybe whip you all up, you and your friends up some nothing else, some stylish gear.
Yeah, I mean, if we can, I'm sure someone would love to.
Someone to say style.
Exactly. Well, in saying that, I do believe Luna would definitely might be interested in, helping with the aesthetics. She's really good. I mean, this entire outfit was her.
She's got a good eye. Now,
Yeah,
see, I'd put a little extra. He pulls down off some kind of a strange, really fuzzy, sort of greenish pelt, and he goes, "See, I to me, everything's better with some fur or some antlers." He's an orc. He's an orc.
Yeah, fur trim around the neckline of his coat wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
He sort of
Just
slaps.
psychically somehow. No.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
he sort of slaps you on the back and sort of escorts you out of his workshop. You want to leave these here, or if you want to keep them with you, I understand. Either way, I don't care. But it's one less thing to carry if you want to keep them there. I can store them here in my drying cabinet, so they'll be all ready to work with when we get back.
Yeah, we'll leave him. I'll leave him here. We can get we'll get the braces sorted out. Maybe if you can use a property of the wings themselves as a form of lift within a coat or a garment. That might actually be quite effective, to be honest.
Well, we can give it a try. Like I said, probably not going to have anything ready for you by the time we hunt, but I'm going to haul all this stuff back, and we'll have something for you next time you pass through.
Yeah, of course. Sounds good. Let's go with that now. Thank you.
As you guys walk out, Luna and Iska sort of walk in. Axel, did you come with them to the down to Harold and Marge's, or are you just sticking around with Agatha?
Yeah, I think actually head down with him.
Okay. So you all see.
Now that things are sort of smoothed out and presumably
Yep.
calmed down a bit.
As Axel you approach, you see Harold. There's my cat, buddy. Do I have stories for you? And he immediately, remembering that you had taken down all of his stories before, immediately just starts bending your ear about more exploits in the Vice and.
Yeah, no, there's the Axel. Like, oh, okay, sure. I mean, we have a couple stories for you as well. But you start first.
Well, so now I can tell you, like, so do you have like a special, like, reserved private collection story that you write stuff in? Because this can't be public knowledge. Because I can now, since you're all going to go hunting with me, I can tell you all the other stories, you know, not just the stuff for the tourists.
Everything I write is kind of private knowledge. I mean, a lot of stuff that I write probably, shouldn't get disseminated and spread out and anything like that. So it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, well, tell you what. Since all your friends are here, come on inside. And, hey, Marge, you hear him yell upstairs. I'm locking up the place. I'll meet you home in a couple hours. Okay, Harold. You hear back down, and you sort of hear someone go downstairs on the outside, and Harold closes up, and y'all are sort of sitting here in Harold and Marge's shop. And he goes, okay, so everything you've known about the Vice. Bollocks.
Everything.
Pretty much.
Everything.
Because otherwise people go in there and get themselves killed all the time. You guys, see, you all, you're like me. You're seasoned adventurers. All this never stop, don't sleep, don't cast spells, blah, blah, blah. Now, casting spells, that's totally up to you. Magic, like that level down in there, having a Vice Surge, well, all bets are off. But the whole, we've got to have we got to have hibernation crystals. We got to do this, that, the other. It's a racket, I tell you. The Noblins, they came up with it. It's a racket. They've been milking all of the suckers for generations. Now, most people, you go into the Vice. You lay down next to the path, you make camp, you do whatever. Yeah, you're gonna get infested with crystal worms and you're gonna be dead. I'm not saying that ain't true. But for the rest of us, see, as long as you can take care of the other things that might attack in the night, you can sleep just fine. Just have a good watch going on. All you need is one of these. He pulls out a hammock. See, we sleep in the trees because plenty of the birds up there, they eat crystal worms for breakfast. The problem is, they'll also eat your eyeballs out. But if you keep a watch, we can take care of those. But it ain't easy. That's the problem. People started doing it, they heard about it, then they go up there and get themselves killed. You've got all these, tourists hanging in hammocks from the trees. It's bad for business.
But I mean, there's still value in the hibernation crystals, right?
Oh, no.
Obviously yeah.
I got one. I haven't used it in years.
I mean, the crystals are a sham anyway. Don't even get me started on that.
Do you wonder? Well, I mean, no, because the Vice Hunters managed to catch us because they had the crystals to speed up their travel. They're useful to have, and I think, especially if we're going to the Vice with who we're going in with, they aren't ready for it, and I think it'd be best to keep them safer using the crystals.
Now, that's true. I mean, if you've got people who are coming with us other than y'all, because whoever's up on the watch, you've got to be able to have a couple people who can take on like whole packs of of creatures that are going to come crawling through the trees trying to kill you in your hammock. So, certainly for moving faster, they help. Certainly for anyone who might not be able to take care of themselves. But yeah, for the most part, me and my buddies, we hang up hammocks, put up a watch, crush anything's skull that comes near us in the night.
Well, would you be able to get in contact with your buddies? I know this is going to be a big ask, could we possibly borrow them for our little excursion into the Vice, just to maybe speed it up?
Like
When
I
we get
said,
back
they
on
are-
there tomorrow.
They all went down south, and they're heading
yeah.
up up north with the dwarves. That's why I got no one to hunt with. I thought y'all were gonna be my hunting buddies. Looks a
We
little
will be.
sad.
I have no idea why Vidar of all times now chooses to be cautious.
Let's see. I nearly got my.
How's the sword training going?
Too soon. Come on.
It's it's red hot. It's going great. It's it's wonderful.
But
But yes, we will be your hunting buddies.
yeah, if you we need to get some hibernation. We can always rent some at down at the restoration station.
Oh, I did not realize that was an option.
They ain't cheap.
What there was all question: how good are they communicating back and forth between the two sides when the Vice was closed?
Oh, it's I mean during the spawning, it's all but nil. A lot of people
Do you
came
think
through
somebody-
from east though for the conclave, so I mean we got news from the eastern continent. How much got through them? I don't know.
I'm just worried about the possibility that we won't be able to reach any of them because Vidar tried to steal one.
Oh,
I
They
didn't
might be a little upset about. They got it back, but they were a little upset.
Ishrin.
Iskrin, sorry,
Iskrin.
Iskrin.
Ishrin, never heard of her. No, that's not,
Yeah.
not
They-
us.
Who?
so
Yeah, he's
so you're
Yeah,
telling
he's
me
dead.
that you stole a hibernation crystal from the vice runners.
so. This
I
is
knew
back-
I liked you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Those pansies. They're-
Watch it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you had friends who are vice runners. I
It
just
kept us alive.
we don't. Hunters and runners don't get along too well. They get in our way, we get in their way. We'll say that we have a difference of opinion.
I mean, you've got a very big difference in name. There's very different purposes, obviously.
Yeah.
Run, hunt, they're very different. I mean, there's a relationship, but
There's
one's
a
getting away,
service
one's
to
chasing.
each.
I am.
Yeah, I
going
guess it's all
way too
about-
deep with this.
Yeah, it's all about what you're trying to get out of your trip through the vice. Me, I want some trophies.
And I don't see the problem with that.
So, but yeah, if you tried to rip off the runners, then yeah, you're gonna probably have to pay top dollar, which means you're dealing with the Noblins.
Yay.
Luda's sigh at the Nothings, Vidar's sigh.
Because
at
Bob's still there.
Bob is definitely
Did he
still
Vidar's sigh
there.
at the money.
Hey, well, if there's any luck, maybe when we got through the because we did cheat.
Why don't we just get hammocks and keep a watch?
Yeah. I was thinking mostly about Lily and Gendry. Gendry kind of, but mostly Lily.
Well, to be frank,
Keep a good watch.
I'm not concerned about Lily. We have associates whose job it is to make sure she stays safe.
Lily's gonna be fine.
Exactly. Like,
Oh yeah,
whatever,
true. I
like,
did forget about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes.
I
I also
forgot about that.
forgot about the deal we made with the King of Hell. So that's.
how do you forget that?
Well, it's been 3.5 years.
That happened this year.
It's felt like
Wasn't that long
3.5
ago?
years.
I was gonna say,
It's not
add it-
related to my character so much. But think about it.
Yeah, no. So
That I buy.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Here's what
Asmodeus.
happened. Oh, Lily taken care of. Whoop. I got my own shit.
Yeah,
We're
no.
not used to being taken care of.
Yeah, literally, the King of
You
Hell has a
held
contract
that
to make.
against him.
Yeah, the King of Hell has a contract to make
And
sure
I
Lily
remember what
stays
I
safe.
got.
So
Forget about that.
yeah, and
did you
Gandry. I mean, you've seen Gandry fight now. He does pretty good with that big old sword.
Yeah, now
so
what about Gandry?
So yeah, I mean, Could they do it on their own? No. With the fact that they've got 6 level 12s with them,
Probably fine.
Yeah.
and Harold,
Apples.
who's like a level
Harold.
15.
Apples, Barry. Apples.
Yeah. So, yeah. You have to remember, Harold goes on like 3-person trips, hunting trips into the Vice. So,
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure we will be fine.
Yeah, no, we were fine. Okay.
Be fine.
I'm just being cautious because, big stakes.
Well, if there's any potions we can nab beforehand, we need to get any more. That'd probably be the best idea.
Oh, yeah, well,
Like
there's,
the,
yes.
the walking sleep potions. Are they still going around at the moment, or what?
I believe the walking sleep potion, that actually came from the Arcana Mystica, didn't it? And Iska's, I think that
Yeah, I think
the Arcana,
so.
that was a special by the.
That was a gift.
That was a gift from Old.
Yeah, where's that brooch, by the way? Does that still exist, actually? With
Spy
the
brooch?
Three
history,
and a half
right?
years. Why do you remember this?
Oh, with the fate. Well, the question is, yeah, with,
With the
the
fate
fate,
rewrite, I'm
with the
not sure
fate
it
being
exists.
rewritten, it does still exist because
it
it
does?
just
Okay.
because it
Exists.
came from who's the new Florian. There's still an Arcana Mystica.
There's still a contract. There was
Attaché,
still a
Is it?
contract.
Because otherwise you would have had to rewrite half the campaign.
That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. That was a fatey.
I more
a
remember
fatey
because it
weighty
was so
thing.
ugly.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yep,
Still,
the sash and the sash and the medallion
You know what?
still
You know
exist.
what? It exists, and I wear it proudly. And when people ask me about my look and design, I say that my outfit was 100% designed by Luna, and this is what my manager wants me to appear as.
she'll
So
murder
she
you because she knows the fates will keep you alive.
So
This is
Isn't it
the-
also for them to track us?
Thank you for the bits, Cryo.
thank
I
you,
believe
Cryo.
as well.
Actually, that would
They
be
were
a
definitely
good-
listening in through it at one point. So
Yeah, that worked.
Did Ishka at some point dispel that? No, he didn't. I thought he did.
I thought we took.
Honestly,
it
at this
some
point, I thought it'd
when
be
we
in the
figured-
I thought we
Bag.
did too.
I think,
I think that's
what
what we.
think
I think
determined-
we put it in the bag,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so they couldn't listen to me more because it didn't work across planes.
Bag of future problems.
The
yes.
bag of future problems that never had to gets
That's
turned
not-
inside out and then summon the king of hell.
This is fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I have not done anything wrong. Can we rewrite that, fate?
With
Anyway,
demon blood.
Harold continues to tell you wonderful
Yes,
stories, talks about some of the trophies that he's looking for when he goes through, and regales you with stories for the next hour or so. Hey, thank you.
I think Axel might share some of their stories, but very generally vague without a lot of context. So, hey, we ran into this aboleth thing that we killed, and we.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
know
he
he's
wants to
gonna
hear
talk about the dragon.
all about your stories and mainly what
Talk about the dragon, actually.
what
'cause
beasts
a lot
did
of people
you
know
fight?
about that.
Yeah. What beasts did you fight? Certainly the Dragon Wing. Luck is with you, so he hears all about Luck's use of alcohol to freeze, explode, freeze, shatter the Nether Wing. So you have a good sitting there in the magic shop, having a good
Camaraderie.
visit and camaraderie with Harold. He seems to be getting very excited about you all's trip through the Vice, so. Your evening, it starts getting late in the evening. Harold basically is like, okay, I got to get going or else Maud's going to get on to me for not, being home early enough for her.
No problem.
And
Of course, we'll
sort of ushers you
meet
out,
at the center.
and y'all are welcome to head back to the Cloak and Fireball, where things seem to be wrapping up. The kids are upstairs asleep. Luck says he's going to turn in. Celia, along the way somewhere, went roguey and is doing her scouty roguey things. You all just sort of heading up to bed, or anyone specific that you want to get in touch with the idea that you're getting up early tomorrow morning to roll
I
out?
think bed.
Yep. So everyone
Yeah.
gets a fairly...
But I've been exhausted for the last 2 days.
That's true.
Yeah. So that was a 19 on that check.
So you all turn in for your long rest.
I'll be up at dawn.
You are up at dawn and head out. Do you stay inside the city or head outside the city?
I'm gonna stay just in the backyard of the
Okay.
cloak and fireball, but I'm gonna be a little more subtle in everything that I'm doing. So
Okay.
it's just like I'm just.
You can find actually sort of, especially kneeling down, sort of back over by the cook fire and sort of where the prep stuff happens. It's pretty easy to find sort of a quiet corner sort of by the fence, this sort of stone wall that's out there to set up your magical circle, and you disappear into your another trial with Ryan Talia. Do you get yourself up early enough to not bump into Luna, or
no, because he's probably been drinking. It's like he has that little bit of a. It's not as early, so
okay?
he's definitely up a little bit after sunrise, so he's running a little late.
Okay, so
Distracted, so
Luna, I'll say basically you come down to do your morning. Actually, you like to usually go by the lake, right? Out by the water.
By the water, yes, that's true. I do.
Yep. You go out by the water and you're doing your monk training out there. You actually, let's see if he's still around. Yeah. As you go out there, you sort of see, coming from a different quadrant, you see Renard comes out. The monk who is of a similar school. Not the exact same one, but a similar school
same one.
as yourself. And you all sort of go through your motions as the sun is rising over this sort of peaceful watering hole. The cattails sort of waving in the little bit of morning breeze, a little ripple across the water as the sun comes up. And about halfway through your motions, from back behind you inside the walled outside area, you hear just sort of a loud "Ugh!" of Vidar's voice in pain.
She will put a pause on the activity. I have to go check on my companion. And like, go see what's up with Vidar, see how badly burned he is this time.
As you approach him, interesting this time, he
it's time.
is not burned. You see across his torso, across his arms, his robes, your new outfit, seems to be torn and ripped as though by blades, claws, and teeth.
He's bleeding.
Well, bleeding, I can help with. Get that all staunched up.
Yep. Same thing as before. The bleeding stopped, but it doesn't seem as effective. Again,
I get it.
Vidar is getting weaker as his maximum hit points are dropping.
Yeah, he kind of woozies back up and goes, "What?"
Did this time go better?
Oh, to a certain point, but I thought I could help. I don't know. I was back on her world, and I met these strange creatures. I wanted to help them, but it seemed like they were going to be burnt away to a crisp, and I wanted to try to save them and help them. But they were just in fear of me. And they attacked. I tried to get away, but they just kept coming and coming. There was a big one that didn't really like me. I was cornered, and yeah, he leaned into me with teeth, claw, and these obsidian glass daggers. It was not fun.
For those of you interested and who might want to watch, I've put a link in the YouTube of this. It's the guess it was 3 Saturdays ago. It is the trial that we streamed as Vidar was doing another trial with Ryan Talia and trying to figure out what she wanted from him.
I was in this cabin under the earth. Beams of sunlight were just burning through everything. While trying to avoid it, I was avoiding it. And I could tell the roof, like the cabin's roof, was about to collapse and open up to the sky. And just they saw the dagger and absolutely hated me. Don't know what to do. Like, I was just very confused. Like,
Sometimes people or things hate you, and there's nothing you can do about that.
you from you, those are some very true words. I don't know why, that they just resonate well. And yeah. They can hate me, but I feel like I have a bit of a conscience. I can't just let them, like I can't just let people die.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have tried to save them. But they may always hate you regardless of what you do. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Lena.
Hey, you're still alive.
I am horribly scarred and I can't lift my arm past here.
Huh.
Also, my
Well,
left
you don't
hand.
have any money to carry anyway, so at least there's that.
That's a good point. Well, I guess the heavy burden's on everyone else then. I'm kidding.
Come on before I decide to stop being nice. Gives you a hand up.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back to sleep for another 4 hours.
Okay.
Good idea.
Thank you.
You actually probably don't get 4 hours in because
That's fine.
as you head back, as you guys are sort of getting Vidar up off the ground, or as Luna's getting Vidar up off the ground, you do see Gandry and Sky sort of walk in hand, sort of conspiratorially giggling with each other. And Gandry kind of looks at you. They both blush. I need to get the cook fire started.
I hope you had a better morning than we did.
They both look
Okay.
at each other and they both smile and giggle. The stupid, big, smiley giggle.
Luna just does double thumbs up at them.
Gandry looks back and just talk.
Just talk, eh?
Whack.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And
I believe you have cooking to do.
I do. And Sky's like, and I've got to,
Clean?
rooms clean. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need some fresh sheets on the bed because I'm gonna probably be bleeding all over them. Thank you. Sorry, Sky.
Ew. But okay. As she runs up, and as Vidar, as you start to go up the stairs, Luck is coming down the stairs and basically, good, you're up early, and so we can get on the road. And sort of turns you around. Bacon all around.
Yeah.
You can sleep on the car.
Iska, you
I
can
can sleep on the couch.
hear, certainly hear Luck's booming voice, Axel as well. You also hear some ruckus coming from Riley and Tara and Lily's room. It might be a pillow fight.
That's nice.
That's really nice. At breakfast, over a hot mug of tea and bacon, maybe with some pancakes on the side, I was going to turn to Axel and just... That tree we animated.
It was on the card. Did we agree what was that? I think Axel probably would have got on the card.
Okay, because I don't remember
Thought
anything
we had it.
about...
Like that was part of the shtick.
Yeah, I think that's part of the
Yeah.
shtick is that it's on the cart.
Yeah, okay, good. All right. It's just in pieces. Good. Okay, wonderful. Because I'd forgotten
It's
all
like
about
IKEA.
it.
It breaks down a little bit, not much.
Dump it
Exactly.
anywhere.
I mean, y'all
I mean,
traveled
could
with a
you-
tree last
whatever
time.
you
It just
want.
was Tian.
I mean, we could probably leave it here for sake of speed.
Yes.
Yes, please.
We could try to
But
sell
what
it.
if we need that tree to fight?
What will we need the tree for?
Luna just leans deeply into Iska's face, saying nothing.
I mean, I could animate it, and the big giant tree to fight would help us, but that's about it.
Templar, I bet your mic is up.
Yes, it is.
Ha,
There we
Yep.
go.
I thought so.
I mean, if I sell the tree, can I have access to my own finances?
Say yes, at least for the tree.
Well,
That's up to your accountant.
why do you? What do you need the money for? Or you just
Actually,
want to
that's-
have your own money?
Actually, no, I don't. No, it's been pretty well handled. Yeah, no, and I do like the tree. I just need
Well,
a place
we've-
to put it.
I mean, it's in the wagon. It's just that it's a big
Yeah.
Takes up
brass tree
space.
that takes
It
up
takes
space
a
in the
lot of,
wagon.
takes a lot of space. You know what? I might go ask Harold if I could leave the tree out back.
We can just leave it in the
You
wilderness. Who's gonna take
really
a giant
think
brass
Marge
tree?
is going to let
That's actually a really good point, Axel. We could just leave it somewhere. And honestly, I don't know who else on this sphere or any other would consciously or willingly take it with them. I'm pretty sure wherever we leave it,
it's true.
we might be able to come back and find it just fine.
So we
Yeah.
agree we should leave the tree.
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
for speed.
So, for
You-
cinematic purposes, so I always want to do it. Like,
We do it out of town.
with
out of the
Avatar:
way.
Last Airbender, it's like, you know how the Earthbenders can like do like the like stomp the ground and like a peg shoots out to like move you or whatever. She wants
Yeah.
to do that with the tree, but with water instead.
Okay.
Just like whoop there, done.
Gunk.
Out of town. Okay, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Wait. So is it just getting off the cart, or are you like Team Rocket blasting it off into the sun with like?
What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, so it's
I think
Team
she wants
Rocketing.
to do one of them, but only one of them
It
is actually going to
disappears
happen.
into the far horizon.
You know, it's probably gonna kill someone if it lands on a house.
Presumably we were going out of town for this before we even do
Yeah.
that.
So
Okay, true.
for brevity's sake, since
Yeah.
we're going to end a little bit early today, y'all get underway about 4 or 5 hours outside of town. The tree is just driving Luna crazy. It's falling over. It's clanking. The different dangles and bobs that are on it are just, it's like every clink and clank of it is just working Luna's last nerve. Yeah, exactly. She's starting to get the eye twitch. at Iska at one point start using it as like a counter percussion to some song, which just makes it worse. It's like just levels of worse keep happening with this.
Branches hanging over the back of just really
Yeah, every once in a while one kind of
chimes.
hits you in the head and then doesn't, until finally, after about 5 hours of you keeping it together, just this explosion of water. You never, you wouldn't think that, just a little water flask could hold some water, because it can't, because you can conjure water. So it's a water flask that just then explodes in this like Old Faithful type geyser of just flying off into the distance,
Use that against the Netherwings or something.
somewhere to the southeast.
You know, there's a lesson to be learned here. But I don't know what it is. And he just keeps on walking.
It's like everyone looks to you expectantly, and
The die says,
Yeah.
That's a campaign wrap on the ugly tree. Everyone, just a quick round of applause for the ugly tree.
little do you
That
know,
gone.
it's the final
we've
boss.
gotten rid of
Do you
it.
really
for
think
about
it's
60
gone? Do you really
episodes,
think it's
so-
gone?
It's only 5 hours out of town. Guess who's buying a plot of land with his money now?
I've got a great idea for an epilogue episode when this is all over.
About an hour later, Riley comes up to Vidar. So, what was the lesson?
The lesson is.
I mean, I've been waiting.
Sometimes you. Like I said, I don't know what it is. Riley, I'm making this up as I go. And sometimes you just have to improvise and trust your gut. Lyle can teach you that lesson many times over.
Yeah, Lyle says that's not the lesson. Okay, fine.
The lesson is don't make me angry.
That too.
Well, I knew that one. Dad!
Yeah.
And he walks back over to Axel.
I mean, that was the lesson.
Sometimes you have to make like a tree and leave. Thank you, Knights. There you go. There you go.
This is I have heard that one before when it has come to this tree. I think it was last time we got rid of it.
Probably.
And it's still relevant.
Yep.
Yes.
A couple days pass. You all keep traveling.
And somehow we pass right by that tree. Oh
No.
my
No,
God.
the tree is nowhere to be found. However, about 4 days out of Sojourn's, the sun is rising, and Luna is doing her motions. The breeze is coming in off the Dragon Gust Plains, and a little bit after sunrise, you all smell it.
Ooh, yeah.
Burnt hair, cooked flesh, and it doesn't take long to spot Vidar smoking on the
Well
side
done.
of the road. His clothes charred, his skin all but blackened.
Oh yeah, he can't really move his fingers anymore because they're kind of that burnt flesh of a.
As he tries to,
sharpness.
you sort of see the skin crack and see the raw flesh underneath. It's getting worse.
Can I do any kind of magics to at least alleviate his pain, whether that's a restoration or healing? I know I can't. get his hit
You
points
all,
back.
you all try to do everything you can to make him comfortable, but you can see just how this is weakening. He's looking more and more emaciated in this brief moment before he gets his mask of many faces back up. The toll is becoming very evident on Vidar.
This is... I feel like I've had half the life taken out of me. Okay. I'm not doing well.
Yeah, that's abundantly clear.
I keep rushing forward like I have to do. I have to meet the challenge head on and run straight into it. I gotta beat her. I gotta.
Why do you have to beat it? What is your desire and dedication for running headlong into this thing over and over and over again?
I don't want to shy away from the challenge. I've got to meet her. I gotta be there when she rises. And I need closure. I need to have this settled, or I won't have any peace of mind. Because I don't know, I didn't want to enslave her, so I've got to do it her way.
Are you doing it her way? I'm looking at you every single day. You're coming back, your skin charred, you smell weirdly kind of good, like reminiscent of bacon. But that's besides the point. It's still bad overall.
It sounds like you're doing it your way. Rushing in, head first. You've got to have to do this. This is a challenge, isn't it? A test. Is it her test? Did she put it up to you?
Yeah.
Stop
what does she
asking
want
yourself,
from you?
how do I beat this? And start asking, what does she want me to take from this?
Even in such a harsh tone, you can be inspiring.
I'm sorry. I'm very hungry. You smell a lot like bacon.
You think I feel? I can't taste anymore.
I imagine you can taste burning.
I can taste it. And he just pokes his tongue out, and it's just a mess. Just there. It's just.
Lost my appetite. And now I'm even angrier.
I'm sorry. What are you? I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm just as red hot as that. That fiddle song you've been goddamn practicing. I'm sorry.
Okay, how about we get something to eat? You sit down, and you tell us what you go through, and we can help.
Okay.
Because if we can't go in there with you, and if it's dangerous for us to go in there with you, I don't know. But we can at least offer some guidance on how to survive. You're kind of worrying? Well, you're not kind of. We're all worried that we've let it go on this long, and I think we should probably stop.
Yeah.
Stop at this point and take a look.
Okay. Do you mind if someone like smushes up some bacon into like pudding or something?
Look, Chuck is like, that's so wrong.
I know. I'm not happy about it either.
But I will. Bacon pay? He does. Luck is.
Thank you, Luck.
And
Blender.
we're going to say y'all are traveling for the next couple of days, but Vidar, you can, if you want to, we'll role play this out. This conversation, if you want to describe your trials over the next couple of days.
So it starts off. I am in a hellscape, barren wasteland. It's half shard burnt glass, and terrain is incredibly rocky. And there's a ridge off in the distance, and I can feel the heat of Ryan Talia rising at sundawn. At dawn, as the sun comes up, it's like an eye nearly, and as I get closer, I can see the sword within the sun. And that's when I begin to rush forward to reach the ledge, running over sharpened rock, rough terrain, cutting myself open constantly. Been trying to jump over it and warp to the end of it, rush to it. Once I reach it, the searing heat goes away. Well, not the searing. The searing heat stays, but the force and presence lessen to more of an actual physical burning. And then I basically have to leap off a ledge down a incredibly steep cliff. And then there's these tunnels that go deep on the ground, and it's just trying to slow and control my fall down into a cavern where there's this pool of water. I don't know if it's poisonous or not. It looks fairly clear, but I'm still very sus on it. It smells like sulfur. But it could just be me. I could just smell like sulfur and I wouldn't know it. And then there's this underground creature, and it was called a dark hopper, I believe it was, from a shadow hopper, actually, because it was from Ishgrin's, from that life. It was like a really good, smart dog. It was scared of me as well. The sunlight, if I'd gone into the sunlight in this underground cavern as well, I'd burn up and die. And I thought this creature could show me the way, so I follow it. But then the rest of its burrow basically sees the dagger. It is Rantalia. And then that's when the knives and claws all come out. They turn their focus on me as the cavern roof is about to collapse and burn everything away. And a part of me is just like, okay, let's maybe get these people away from here. Get these creatures away so they don't all die. And that's when I got stabbed a whole bunch before we left. This time, today, I didn't even make it to that ledge. I just cooked. So it's a lot of just... Yeah, I am doing it my way. It just really takes him the entire explanation of that for it to click in his mind. It's just like, oh. I mean, I've been trying to get an idea of what to do from it, of what she wants. But I've been doing it my way the whole time. Huh. But then what's her way? Any suggestions?
I have to admit, I don't know much about her either. You said that the sword was in the sun? In the first section?
Yes, that once the sun has risen and I've gotten close enough, it's the sun's an illusion. Like as it rises, it's off from afar, but it's right there. I overshot it once and just fell off the cliff completely and died.
Is the sword an illusion? Have you tried getting the sword?
Yeah, I've tried
Okay.
reaching out for it. It's like a representation of a burning malice. Not even safe in the shadows.
Of course not. It's light. I don't think she'll appreciate it if you hide away from her in the shadows.
No, and running up to try to meet that sunrise is a challenge enough as it is. Like, I've tried everything. Tried blowing up the spikes in the ground. I've tried dashing and running through it all, navigating the safest path, dimension dooring multiple times, all trying to reach the sunrise. And to catch its first light the moment it gets to the ridge. And yeah, it hasn't been really working too well. Because this is being cooked number 3.
Yeah, 3 times you cooked in the first
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah. So it's not going too horribly well.
Do you have any idea, Iska?
I want to understand, but it's so hard for me. I don't have the experience you do with her. I don't have the bond or connection you do with her. But she has to be putting you through this. She has to be showing you these specific things for a reason. What does she want you to learn? Do you know where her malice comes from? This burning anger. What are these situations supposed to teach you about her? To try to at least establish some better understanding of her.
Well, I know that she's feared. She, like, at an instant there was hate towards her. I'm trying to be cautious, but also trying to rush towards it. I need to. Like, she is order. She is that law. She is ever present, like, constantly. That's it. She's constant. She doesn't have to wait for me. But twice now, it's been the same scenario, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It doesn't change. I mean, twice I've gone down the tunnels with the Shadow Hoppers, but I haven't been able to. The path is just its path varies a little bit, but it's always the same path and trial. I mean, it could have been different.
The barren wastes with the sunrise that burn you.
Yeah.
Then this fall that you need to survive. And then you head down into this dark pit with the Shadow Hoppers.
Yeah, and then from there it's going to their burrow, and it's them just hating me. But I think it's hate, fear, really, for Ryan Talia.
Well, you said that the sunlight was getting in, didn't you? That they were in danger of their roof collapsing.
Maybe
I mean,
some
there's
saving them.
there's the 2 options. You can open it up, bring in the sunlight to them. That's an option, I guess. She's
It's
not
like-
struck me as a merciful and kind being.
It's like learning how to use a sword all over again. Luna, how did you get the patience to even learn how to use a longsword?
It was easy for me. But our natures are different.
Yeah, patience is kind of useful, but it's very difficult for me to grasp. I have different kinds of patience and persistence to Luna, very clearly, Niska, and Luck. I offered to help, and I don't. The problem is, there's no way to find out without putting yourself in danger.
So these conversations.
ask. We could ask, but I don't think she'll be very
Oh no,
Open
she
about
is.
Ask.
I mean, I've asked, I've tried to look, but I've tried to. I don't know. She's a blank canvas to me. She's a dagger. She's been a dagger. She's been an inanimate object. Well, to me at least.
You guys debate this back and forth, thinking of ideas, going away, thinking some more, coming back, mulling it over for 3 more days around campfires. Vidar not making any more attempts as you all try to help him. And on the evening of the 3rd day, the sun has gone down and you all are pushing a little bit further, wanting to get closer to where you know you need to, as you start to approach where you want to turn off to go and visit in with Gwilyn Fiora and Strauss and the glyph-scaled kobolds and the old lair of the Black Dragonflight. Vidar, and maybe actually probably Axel as well with his... Actually, probably Axel and Luna with her cartography, Axel's memory, and Vidar, just your residual Eladrin heritage. You feel where an old ley line has jumped its course, and the memory flashes over you. This is where you and the party first met as Iskren. The swamp is over to y'all's right, about a week out of Sojourn's Crossing, where Iskren was befuddled by how a ley line could be pulled off of its course.
A part of me wants to say those were simpler times, but truly it wasn't. This is where I called you meh. Not so meh now.
Yeah, I mean, I could make many remarks that I don't think are very.
Yep, teleported
Yeah.
Iska up into the air, if you recall.
Yeah.
Celia.
She had a fun time there.
Yep, Celia,
It was not
It was
great.
real neat for a sec.
the Weave Quaker.
God, looking at Weavesquakes. Oh, I miss looking at those.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Do you think if I go and stand in that exact spot, what would happen?
If you just stood there,
Yeah.
it should be nothing.
I mean, you weren't particularly tied to the ley line. You were just, you see them.
I mean, I was following the traces. I can't see that anymore. That was an age.
Hey, no,
It was
no,
a
no.
lifetime.
let's go back. Where was the first place you saw one?
It was like just over there.
No,
Just-
show me.
well,
Come
no.
on. And Iska's gonna
Yeah.
saddle up next to you.
And I'm gonna walk just a little bit over onto the crest and just. I think it was right there,
All right.
and points
What,
down to the ground.
what did it look like again? What did you see?
Like a knot in the weave. It was like a whole bunch of threads of yarn from Luna's tailor kit that had all been knotted together, but just on a huge scale that you were walking onto.
As he's talking and describing this, I'm gonna cast True Sight on him to see if it restores any vision in this moment.
We did establish that did.
Vidar, your weave sight is restored. And you are looking down upon the weave of magic. Doesn't appear to be a weave quake here, but you can spot those pulses of shimmering disturbance within the ley lines as they are revealed before you, as your true sight is unlike anyone else's because of your Eladrin heritage. And you see that amazing weave of magic as it spreads across the countryside. Now with so much more knowledge of what's really happening on this world, in this sphere.
I'm gonna arm around Iska, pull her in, and say, "Have I ever told you how much I appreciate you and putting up with my bullshit?"
Oh, you could do
Where,
this
Jar?
more.
Oh yes, that's. Thank you. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I kind of want to step in. No, I shouldn't. No, don't step into one. Don't do what I'm going to do. Honestly, how did you put up with me?
How
Well, I
loud are
kind
you
of-
talking?
Huh?
Just
30 seconds.
yeah, a few minutes. Minute.
How loud?
Oh,
Are you
it's
talking?
Vidar.
Oh yeah, you're hearing it.
It's Vidar.
I'm just gonna stroll over so you can see the weave again.
It's like a bittersweet taste.
Is there a quake nearby?
Let's just stick with the normal terminology of vice surges, because that was just way too much confusion back in the day. 4 months ago. I think there's one over there. Like,
Yeah, you can
there's
sort of see
points.
these weird, sort of shimmering nodes as they sort of flow, always flowing towards the vice. Actually, I'm sorry, away from the vices. They're sort of these weird ripples that sort of echo out these places of magical disturbance that if they pass over where a spell is being cast, a surge will occur.
You've still got
Vidar,
that? Yes.
I need you to be Iskrin for a moment.
Can do. As he closes his eyes, like it goes. Its eyes pop with the same sort of red, blue light as Ishrin, but instead they're just red. So they're just full glowing, like dim glow red. That's new. What do you want me to do?
Cause of surge.
Okay. He's going to walk over and towards one, step into it, and just cast jump on himself.
Jump! God damn it. You know what? I asked for Iskrin, never mind.
Well, I mean, just because you cast jump doesn't mean you actually jump. It just means,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
As he does
Stand
that,
next to him behind Luna. The safest place.
you all, those of you who are magic users, you feel that weird tingling of your arms as from across the land you can feel this surge of magic, like a wave, heading towards all of you.
It's just like a.
And as it starts flowing towards you, gosh, I wish I had something cool prepared, but I don't, music wise. But yeah, it comes surging across the landscape.
So I asked for this for a reason.
Yep, I figured you did, so that's why I'm like stalling a little bit, because I figured
Okay.
you're not just
So
gonna let a
she's
surge go
preparing-
crazy.
She's preparing to and I guess before I didn't say this, but she probably would have called Tara over to watch, not
Yeah.
participate, but watch, because she plans to store
Yep,
this one.
yeah, because you used your last one. So, Vidar, roll me a D123
Been a while.
as
Wow.
you see across the weave of magic, like someone's snapped a towel, the whole weave deforming as it comes flowing towards you.
3, 2, 1. Ugh. Rolling the dice, apparently.
Deformed weave is bad business, man.
102.
Wow, 102.
I don't remember where the good ones and bad ones were.
It was like the 60-70 range, I believe.
I think mine was like in the 60s.
Yeah. Mine was a 60 as well for Legendary Resist.
So,
Ah, shit.
Luna, please write down 102. As you
Yep.
have stored, you see this surge coalesce around Luna and wrap itself into her medallion.
Like, I throw my hands up and everything, just like trying to brace everything.
Oh yeah, you see it coming,
And I'm
and
just like,
and you've experienced this before. She did this outside of East, but it's still disconcerting, especially with your sight, to see that just raw, wild energy.
this is where the fabric of reality untangles.
Yep, pretty much. And yeah, this is a fun one. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
I want to know what it is. I'm so impatient.
All right, and then turning for Vidal. You can be Vidal again. Thank you very much. Like I said, I wanted Tara to watch that.
Yep. No, Tara's just like,
That is something you may be able to do.
yep. As an Earth Genasi, that is their inherent.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if she'd need like some sort she wanted to make sure she at least saw a demonstration before it was possible that needed to
Right.
happen.
Yep.
But yeah.
Shall
No,
we
you-
also go through the training for Gandry as well with this? Ooh.
No.
Nope. Okay, thank you. I don't want to die in case something went bad.
Yeah. Well, Luna, you would know from your most recent one. Gandry can just
Oh, I know.
he can pull one out of the air. He's a catalyst. That's why fire
fun
genasi are
games.
so dangerous.
It's all fun and games until someone loses a hand to it.
I imagine over the course of the day she's kind of explained.
Oh yeah,
what
over
they
this
can-
trip,
yeah, yeah.
certainly, since
Yeah.
especially they're going into the Vice, and the fact that you
Exactly.
have all 4 Genasi types, that's one of the ways that Mim protects the caravan. That between the 4 of you, magic is not even necessarily off the table because you have all 4 of you.
Yeah.
The trick is Lily just sort of being the youngest is for her to be able to master that. But for the rest,
Yeah.
most part, but the big one with Lily is the redirection. So that's the tricky one. There is you or Tara would have to intercept a surge if
Yep.
with a caster. But stand next to them, you probably can do so. Anyway, it's late, and after this, it certainly makes sense. In fact, Lux already started. As you're doing magic stuff, he's like, I'm going to be in the no think zone, and sort of sets up camp.
Yep.
And you all can camp the night at this familiar location. Again, the sun has already gone down as you arrive there. And the next morning, Vidar.
Vidar leans down.
The sight has faded by this point.
Of course.
Yeah.
Leans down over Iska. Just before dawn. Shakes her awake. Iska. Iska. Ma. Are you awake?
What do you want?
Do you have... I'm about to go do my thing. I thought I'd let you know because it'd be the least likely to punch me in the face. Do you have any last minute words of encouragement?
Sorry, my brain is still in purgatory. Encouragement for Vidar. She actually will sit up at this point. Just think about what we said yesterday. You always want to be the hero. You always want to do the big, over-the-top, insanely cool and effective thing that just makes you look like a glorious, incredible hero. And that's great.
Well.
That rules. And we love it, and it's helped us so many times. But today, don't go be big action hero. Don't go be the largest and loudest Vidar you can be. Go in there and think and be what Ryan Talia needs you to be. Be the person she wants to be connected to.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't be me. Be what she wants. She wants. You're a genius. And it's literally just... He goes to go quick, but then it's just like, oh no, okay, legs are hurting. And it's just
Bring up Luna in 10 seconds, so go.
Dimension Door.
Yeah.
Over a crest.
You find a spot where you can sort of judge where the sun will come through the trees from the swamp. And at this point, getting close to midnight wield as well, as the two are sort of pinching together. And you find a small clearing. And as those first rays of sun burn down through and shine on Ryan Talia, with some new inspiration, not necessarily to use within the vision, but in knowing perhaps what Ryan Talia wants, you close your eyes and find yourself back on that hellscape of sun and rock. Iska, you back at the camp, counting down 9, 8, 7, 10 seconds. 2. And as you reach 1, you have that same smell smell, well, a burning smell, hits your nostrils again. This time, it smells more like a forge. Having just visited Ulgora, there's that same sort of metallic bent to it. And walking back towards the camp, Kyle, do you want to describe what Iska sees?
The first thing you notice is the reflection of the sunlight off metallic substance as he's coming over the crest, but it just turns out to be a really fucking big golden greatsword. As he's brushed back stark white tipped hair, so it's like a two-tone, like it goes from the violet to the black to the violet and then to the white. How a lot of the marks of the burns are still there across his body, but like he's got his sleeves up at the moment, the braces are off, but he still has this gold the breastplate's come back actually, and that's floating, and that's with him at the moment, and he's kind of like walking on a borrowed step halfway towards the skip, and he's just casually coming down, and he just sees looks at Iska. I think you were right. The whole charging headlong being the hero is probably not the appropriate way to handle Ryan Talia. Although the methods used were interesting. Flourishes the sword and puts it down and lays it down. But I'll tell you this much. If this is the path we're going to go down, to burn the darkness away from the world, so be it. I guess we're going to have to do it all together. And at that point, it's the final part, as he's like moon eclipsed eyes then blink and glow that red, and it's like a little soulless, it's just like a little sun where both his pupils begin, and just a background of red as a lot of Ishkrin's summer form begins to take hold of him, as like from the sword the little swirling red tattoos come up and become permanent on him, and he's just got an air of confidence, like he's learned how to wait.
So you see Vidar transformed. Ryan Talia, no longer a dagger, a great sword nearly 6 feet long planted in the ground next to him, flaming with this radiant energy, waves of heat sort of evaporating up off the top of it. As apparently, Vidar has been successful, and Ryan Talia has become his new patron, for good or bad.
With that, he can feel it. He can feel it pull, similar pull to that of what Ishkrin had whenever he bursts into glitter. As he bursts into fire from up on the hilltop, and just lands outside the camp. It's like, oh, that felt wrong and powerful. Oh god, the ground is burning.
Where around him, where he lands, you see it is scorched earth in a circle almost 10 feet around him.
Okay, so I guess the glitter is a bit out of the question for everyone else then.
Luna, Vidar's back, and he's really screwed up our color scheme.
Confusion, like, gets up and looks. Well, I guess you've moved on from burning yourself to burning the grass.
Yes. I mean, I've got nothing. Ugh.
Axel, you're shaken awake by Gandry. Dad?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Riley.
Yes.
Mr. Vidar set the field on fire.
Oh no. Okay, one moment.
I'm just gonna put that out. Don't worry. If you got that, please.
I think Gandry
Sort of
goes
wanders
over
up.
to-
He sort of he scrambles. I was like, he's ready to try and I don't know, stop something.
I think,
Worked out.
yeah, it did. Just not doing what I had to do, doing me instead of doing something else, and yeah.
I
Now-
just have one thing to say.
You better work.
He walks up, and he does like the jab finger in the chest. Is why didn't you tell us you were going to try? I would have been so annoyed if you had woken up this morning smelling something worse than that. And then he just gives him a big hug.
Thank you. But now I've got something else to show you.
He sort of steps back. All right. Sorry, I'm just a bit, it's morning. I'm
Oh, that's fine.
worried.
Don't worry, I was worried too, and yes, I should have absolutely asked everyone to come and join. But hi, it's me. It's nice to meet you. I've got something. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. I'm going to put my hands on Axel's shoulder. I'm going to blink twice. Can I pull him into that world?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ooh.
For narrative purposes, yes. And
Excitement or something.
I don't know if this is going to completely work, but we're just going to take a little.
as you look around, you've laid your hands on Axel's shoulders. But as Luna and Iska were within 10 feet of you,
God.
all of you find yourselves upon this stone plain.
Well,
Welcome to
Luna's ready to
their
attack
world.
something because she didn't expect to go anywhere.
You see the familiar landscape, Vidar. Your friends here with you, you knowing how dangerous this place is. And you see Ryan Talia beginning to rise. All of you begin to feel your skin start to burn as
Vidar, take us back right now.
a huge
Wait for it.
smile crosses Vidar's face.
Wait for it. And then the sunrise.
Vidar, what do you do?
I tell everyone to wait for it, and I pull Ryan Talia.
Luna's putting Iska behind her.
I put Ryan
It's
Talia
on
just
one
out
melee.
towards the sun.
Wait for what?
The heat
Just wait
begins to burn on everyone's skin. I need Iska, Luna, and Axel to all make
Dead.
willpower saving throws, charisma saving throws.
Yeah, it's gonna go great.
Oh, great. Thank goodness this is the morning before my charisma drops. Dear, I'm going to use an advantage on this.
I twist right.
I didn't need advantage.
The sun begins to come over. You guys, Axel, you feel your fur begin to singe. Iska, you feel your skin begin to crisp. Luna you begin to dehydrate. Your water being pulled out of your skin by what's coming over the horizon. Vidar, what do you do?
I twist Ryan Talia to create the that shading effect.
And as you lift Ryan Talia towards the sun, you all see as the sun catches its light. Vidar, the cross made by Ryan Talia, shields you and falls across you, but your friends are exposed.
Yeah,
Damn.
Luna's choking Vidar.
Okay, cut. I cut the connection to the world.
Make me a willpower saving throw. I'll give you advantage on this.
Yeah. Come on, roll 20. Do the thing. Yay, I got for advantage.
On a 24, with a sneer and a voice that you hear for the first time. Oh, come on, darling, I was just having fun. And you all find yourselves back in the real world.
You're not actually dehydrated, but...
She's still choking him.
Oh, all of you, you don't take any damage, but you feel the trauma of that moment upon that plane.
I feel like Luna especially.
Oh yeah, no, it was, because we're not going to get into mechanics and you have a rest. Luna would definitely have had true effect. In fact, again, probably not going to come into play. I would say that you probably can't conjure water for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, she's choking him.
Didn't expect that to go that way.
Rilo comes running over, seeing all of you sort of smoke.
It's
Dad?
alright.
Just gotta take
It's alright. Just don't kill him, okay?
Yeah.
It's alright. Vidar has not changed all that much. He still does the stupid things.
Look, I spent
It's
what felt like 5 days in there. I succeeded. I thought it'd be fine.
She took my water. She is making sure Vidar has enough air to breathe, and that's about it.
So I'm gonna get breakfast started, and
Iska walks over to Luck.
May
Luck's
I
like,
point out
I'm over it.
Vidar? Just go with this guy. Vidar, while you're a captive audience, may I point out that up to this point, Ryan Talia has been nothing but malicious, and she has killed a cosmic dragon.
Yeah.
I think we should be far more careful. She's not as friendly as Lyle or as quiet as Von Malik. Because Von Malik has just been silent.
Yeah, Von
He's
Malik,
sleeping.
you summoned him, and he's just, there's...
He's sleeping.
He's pretty much
I've
asleep.
just left him.
Yeah.
I've not really disturbed him.
I've done it. Now,
Caution, Vidar. Thought you learned something.
yeah.
Can I do anything to help, Luna? Not him, but you.
You've already given me permission as long as he stays alive. That's all I need.
Oh, great.
Don't worry.
All right, hold
I
on.
can heal you.
Oh, I miss the sun.
He will
I figure we should have like our fun music. It's party as normal, party dynamic as
It's
normal.
fun music. Axel will.
She's not
It's
actually
like,
gonna kill him.
literally, the name of this song is Broken Pieces. It's like, it's perfect.
Yeah, Axel is going to basically trace on Luna's shoulder very lightly the immunized rune to try and undo the effect.
Wait, so
basically
you're
get-
immunizing her as she has a grip on Vidar's throat.
From the
It's immunization.
from the-
Basically,
Oh, immunization. I
it
was
lets
thinking
you
Emma.
it basically lets
immobilization.
you re-roll
Okay.
your charisma save to see
Yeah,
if
you
you
can reroll
actually
your
save.
charisma save to try and get back. He's trying to give you back your power.
Oh, I mean, I don't have a good charisma saving
Can
throw.
I give her
Hey,
advantage?
you can
or
reroll
a
with
bonus?
advantage.
Oh, well, hey,
Hey, best-
19 then.
Best of okay.
Oh, on a 19. Actually, the DC on that's 20. But
Best of luck to with a bardic. I was trying to get that out before
No,
you rolled.
it's all right. He tries. He tries. This
you
is what
know
I can
what?
think of to do.
Axel tried. She's acknowledging that.
I tried lower the DC.
She takes one hand off your throat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
One is worse. One feel worse.
Doesn't it?
She needs more force to do the same thing.
Kids, look away.
He walks away. Yeah. Axel's like, yeah, Riley, you're gone. Go. You don't hang around.
Riley's like, Miss Luna,
Yes.
does this mean that I get to shoot him next time? Use him for
Yes.
target practice?
Yes. You do.
Cool. I need to practice.
No, you don't. No, you
Yes, you
don't.
do.
No, you
He
don't.
does. He needs to continue live practice training.
And as
I can help you with this.
Early-
You don't need to listen to Vidar.
as early morning shenanigans happen, Axel Gandry arguing whether or not he actually gets to shoot
Riley.
Vidar. Sorry, Riley. Axel trying to decide whether he gets to shoot Vidar with his bow. Luna choking somewhat Vidar. Iska going over to Luck to help out with breakfast, and Yep just shaking your head.
Think, be pulled into.
Yep.
Lesson learned.
Iska, as you sit there and just kind of shake your head in the light of the rising sun, there is something that catches your eye just off the road in the tree line of the swamp, as there's a glint of a familiar brass tree planted upside down.
Mental note.
There.
Sinks under the swamp, so
Yep.
never mind.
And that's where we're going to finish off our session for today. We didn't do a break today, so if you want to do you want to do a quick pun? I know we owe some palindromes next week from the
we'll
hype
do a
train.
quick fun. Actually, we will rattle off the palindromes first. Once again, channels run 100% for charity. This month's charity is Project Cure. There's lots of information available on the website. Click on the purple letters below if you want to donate directly through their site or check out their events. If you like to donate through our channel, click on the banner above that. Take you there. Lots of different levels, all in the description below. But in honor of the hype train that we achieved, I have a couple of palindromes for you all. Palindrome the first, Emu, Love Volume.
Wow.
Second, Mirror Rim.
Okay.
Third, Wet Stew. Fourth, Dial Laid. And the final one is Drawn Onward, as is our adventure.
Nice.
I like that. That was good.
And now, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Pun of the Week. What do you call a knight who's always afraid?
Vidar.
Not
Yeah.
wrong, but
No,
not the answer I'm
not
looking for. Surrender.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you everyone for your donations, and we are. Yeah. Where can we find you out there on the internet, Dragons?
You can find me out on the internet everywhere as Wagons Are Cats, and I'll be. And I do a Wednesday night stream over on my channel playing some D&D, like episode 112 as well. It's just long campaigns are like crazy, but yeah, great session, everyone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bird, tell us where we can find you.
Hey, I'm Bird vs. Blaine. You can find me at that very same name on Twitch and on Twitter.
I think I jumped from Luna before she told us where we can find her. Where can we find you out there in NG9?
Hey, you can find me at Energy9 on Twitch where I live stream video games. Probably going to be doing Heart, more Final Fantasy Remake, and then also some Overcooked 2, because what's better than having fun with your friends and yelling at them to plate that dish?
And last but not least, the man behind the cat, Templar Warden.
Hello, I am the Invisible Templar Warden. You may find me anywhere on the internet as Templar Warden. You may find me on Twitter at Reino Templar. You may find me and of course everyone else in our Discord down below, which I will link in chat, not down below, in the chat, and you'll see there a link, and there we have chats dedicated to Punrune and community announcements if you want to join streams of anyone else who hangs around here.
Awesome. I am Tall Squall. You can find me at that name pretty much all over social media. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. That hype train was insane. And hey, look, we got a sunburst spell as part of the maybe for good, maybe for bad, whatever. With Ryan Talia now a part of the party. And until next time, gather your friends together and tell a story, because that is what it's all about. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye, everyone.
Hello.